Hey fam, welcome to the Rooftop in West Hollywood. Today we're going to be working with weights with my friends Michael and Sam. So let's get to it. We're going to start in a plank position. Hands come wide onto your mat and step your feet back into closed parallel. We're just going to gather ourselves into the center. Collarbones are wide. Hands are like starfish, lengthening the crown of the head away from your heels. We're breathing. We're going to go into a downhill ski. So what that means is we're going to shift our shoulders back, bend our knees to the left as we reach back. So we're reaching back towards the right, and then we're going to swivel back into the plank all the way out. And then we're going to exhale, reach your hips to the left as you go into your shoulder hinge, sliding back. Inhale, bring it all the way out. You can do this at your own pace. We're exhaling as we crease and inhaling back to your plank. Trying to keep your heart lifted between your shoulder blades, thinking about your outer thighs magnetizing in, kind of like bookends. And as we lengthen into the plank, the sitting bones narrow, the deep belly engages, and as we go out to the side, the sitting bones are broadening. Let's go for 4 more here. We're exhaling to crease back to the right. Finding your own pace. You're choosing your own range of movement, but really lifting and broadening collarbones. Last one to the right. We're going to do 1 more to the left. Bring it back into your plank, holding and breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and knees come down. Gorgeous. All right, we're going to grab our dumbbells straight away, staying down on the mat in your knees. And we've got options here. Your foot can be flat on the mat, or you can take one of your WundaCore blocks and place it under the arch of your left foot. So it sounds a little easy, but it's a lot more challenging than it seems. All right, we're going to hold that left leg forward. We're going to melt your left hip down, trying to keep lots of equal weight on the waistline, and just find your inner thighs helping you to balance. From here, we are going to bring the arms out to the sides, palms face forward, and then arms glide up alongside your ears. That's an inhale. Exhale as we reach down to the sides, kind of like a snow angel. Inhale, shoulder blades glide down. Left hip melting down, inner thighs super active. Exhale, bring the arms back to the side. You're going to find even more hip and core activation if you imagine what it would take to lift your right knee off the ground. So you're going to feel that activation. You feeling that, guys, where it gets the inner thigh, gets the belly, opens up the hip even more. 2 more like this, gang. Bringing it all the way up on an inhale. And exhale, bring it down. 1 more time. Inhale, hold the arms up, changing things up. We're going to rotate, palms shine forward, and then we're going to exhale, arms come to shoulder height. Pause. Inhale, arms come back up. Who's enjoying already? Everyone, good. Exhale, bring it down. Keeping that left hip melting down. Inhale, pick it up. If you don't have dumbbells handy, you could also grab a loop or a resistance ring, and you can just also do this with empty hands if you have sensitive shoulders. Here we go. Inhale, 2 more like this. And exhale, bring it down. We're going to go into a side plank next. Inhale, bring it up, hold and breathe. Imagine lifting your right knee. You're not actually doing it. Just think about it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly with control, bring the arms down. All right, we're going to use that block for a side plank. It makes it a lot nicer through the shoulder and the wrists. So take your block at an angle, and we want to make sure we're not right on top of it. We want to find the curve under the palm of your hand, so your fingers drape over the front edge. And then we're going to step out into a side plank. Right foot is in front of the left. This is a good challenge. You stay right here. If you need a little more support, the right knee can come down like this, and it makes it a lot more accessible. All right, here we go. Left arm comes up, and then we're going to rotate and do a tiny pike. The hips lift a little bit. Exhale, inhale, bring it back out. Exhale, lifting up and back. And go ahead and inhale, lengthen back out. Try not to load your weight into your right wrist or elbow. Instead, think about it being lifted by your core, and think about lots of length and lightness. Exhale, pike a tiny bit with a little rotation. Inhale, unwind. Can we do 1 more? I think we can. Arcing and lifting. 5. Hold that curl. 4. Reach your right hip further back. 3, 2. Unwind back into your starting position and bring the right knee down. Beautiful. All right, we are going to take that block and we're going to use it under our mid back with our weights. So what this is going to do is help us deeply connect to our core and take any neck tension out of that core focus. So here we go. We want to space it first. We're not going to lay all the way down, but you want to find a spot somewhere in your mid back that's going to help give you feedback and support, but we're not going to rest on it. I'm going to go a little bit lower. Got that? I'm going to go a little bit lower, one dumbbell in each hand, and your legs are in a bent knee position. Let's go ahead, keep the arms down first. Exhale, right leg comes up into teaser, and then inhale to hold, lift and lengthen. Exhale, left leg joins it. You can be in closed parallel or 4 inches apart. Here comes the tricky part. We're going to bring the right arm up and out at a diagonal, and then without just collapsing onto that block, we're going to lift the left arm up as well. So the block is almost like a spacer, but do you feel how that activates deep into your belly and there's no neck tension at all? You feeling that, fellas? Mm-hmm. Are you enjoying that, fellas? Sure. Are you regretting your life decisions, fellas? All right, keeping the arms quiet, we're going to start with the legs. Right leg reaches long, and exhale, bring it back in. Change sides. Left leg reaches long, and bring it back in. What's that? You want to add the arms? Okay. So as the right arm lowers, the right leg reaches, and then we switch. And then we're going to bring the right arm up, left arm lowers, and then we switch. At your own pace, and pick any variation of this that works for you. Hands can be empty. You can be all the way down on the mat rather than kind of perched with the block. Can you take 1% of your weight off that block? Oh, deep core, I feel you. Here we go, guys. One more on the right. And then we're going to take that kneeling series on the other side. One more on the left. Bring it back up. Hold. Maybe you unfold the legs, maybe not. 5. Holding. 4. Get off that block, but don't leave it. Just don't chill on it. And legs come down. Come all the way up. All right. Let's go ahead and take that kneeling series with your right foot forward. You can have your right foot flat on the mat. Let's enjoy the view, yeah? So you can have your right foot flat on the mat, or for additional training through the arch of your foot and through the hip and through your core connection, it can go right on top of that block. Whew. Here we go, gang. We're going to take the arms along at our sides. We're going to tip over, keeping the ribs in line with the pelvis. So we're not going to collapse. It's a shallow lean forward, and we're going to bring the arms long. So it's a tricep focus here with matchstick arms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring it back just in front of the hips. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale just in front of the hips. Keeping crown of head stretching away from your tailbone. Keeping lots of energy imprinting down onto the block. And if you don't have a block under your foot, please imagine what it would feel like if you did. If you had a little lift. Keep working. I'm going to give you another option. So if you want to feel the lift and kind of do an in-between solution, you can take the arch of your foot over your WundaCore. That's going to give you similar feedback under the arch, which helps us connect to the inner thigh and to the deep belly. One more like this, and we're going to switch it up. And go ahead and bring the arms back in line with your hips. Pause. Come back upright with your torso. Pause. One time, we're going to reach the arms low. Keep the palms facing the ground. Stretch the arms super, super wide. And then we're going to go into a fold. So we're in about a 90-degree bend, okay? And then we are going to inhale, keep the elbows bent, but the arms spiral so the palms shine forward. And here's going to be a part that you probably don't have the opportunity to work a lot. We're going to exhale as we bring the palms back. And then we're going to swivel. So it's like the swivel point is the arm bone going into the shoulder. Try to keep your elbows pretty quiet. They are also the swivel point. And it is the forearm staying in line to rotate and open up more space in the shoulders and connection to the middle back. You might want to do the inhale if you have particularly tight shoulders when we come down and intentionally send that breath to the front side of your shoulder joints. Oh, look, it's the Los Angeles bird. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. Let's hold the next one level with your shoulders. Hold and breathe for 6. Try to imagine lifting your left knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring the arms down. All right, last thing we're going to do in this sequence is that side plank with 1 dumbbell. So you're going to take your left hand onto the block, so it's going to be at a bit of an angle. You're going to have 1 weight in your right hand, and make sure the palm is over the curve of that block, not perched right on top of it. Once you find that, hit your best side plank. You have the option to bring your knee down if it's aggressive. Here we go. We're going to inhale to prepare, get super long. Exhale as we do a little pike and rotation. Inhale, slowly unwind and return. It's so tempting to kind of overload and just collapse into our poor little wrist and our poor little elbow and our poor little shoulder. Use your belly. Use the length of your spine. Use your breath to assist your joints in that movement. We're exhaling as we pike and rotate. This is the last thing, and then we stretch. We're already there. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, unwind. 1 more. We're going to hold this one in our pike and rotation. Think about broadening collarbones, left shoulder away from ear for 3, 2, and go ahead, unwind back into that plank. We're going to bring your knee down, and then we're going to finish out with a nice little stretch. So you can go ahead and set that down, set your block away. We're going to use that WundaCore, so go ahead and grab your WundaCore that's close by, hopefully. We're going to lay on our back and use it to stretch. Take the WundaCore onto the ball of your right foot. And we're going to lengthen that leg up and out. Whew. Enjoying that sunshine. We're going to draw it a little bit further into the hip socket for 3, 2, and go ahead and fold the right leg. We're going to switch sides. Nothing fancy today, just opening up some space. We're going to take the left ball of foot into the ring. And we're going to lengthen and reach and just allow that thigh bone to settle deep into your hip. You can ask for the ring to drag your leg a little bit further back, a little bit deeper. For 3, 2, go ahead and bend that leg. Last thing we'll do together here is take the WundaCore the wide and flat way across your shins. And we can just hug our knees in, and holding the WundaCore this way just lets us have more space through the hips and the shoulders rather than kind of like jamming in like a little ball. Gives us a little more breathing room. You can rock side to side. For 3, 2, 1, we can remove the WundaCore and come on up. Beautiful work, my friends. Thanks for joining us out in the sunshine.